Howdy y'all, this is Big Country with Big Country Survival. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about remedies, herbal remedies. This is going to be a multi-video series, I'd say, because there's a lot of them out there, right? And I use a lot of them. And, really, I try not to get too long in these videos, but, why do I use them? I don't really trust modern medicine a lot. Like as far as pharmaceuticals go, I try and stay away from them as much as possible. Partially, I'm a cheapskate, and I don't want to go to the, that's part of it. I'll be honest. And the other part is I really don't trust them. I don't trust the pharmaceutical companies to have my best interest in mind. There's an ulterior motive. They don't want you to get better. They want to treat the symptoms and keep you on their product. Plain and simple. They don't want you healthy. They don't want you better. That's it. So we're going to start with skin conditions. We'll see how far we get in on that, and we'll move on to others. So, poison ivy, that's a pretty bad one, isn't it? Jewelweed, really good for poison ivy. A good thing about jewelweed is if you look at poison ivy, you look around and jewelweed's probably not far away. They kind of grow together. So you got that. And a lot of times if you know you've come in contact with poison ivy and you rub jewelweed on where you came in contact with, a lot of times you won't even get poison ivy. If you immediately, oh crap, I got into poison ivy, rub the jewelweed on there. Yeah, good to go. Probably won't even get poison ivy. Another good thing for poison ivy, it's not nearly as good as jewelweed, but lye soap, just washing in lye soap, that's a really good treatment for poison. It's good for a lot of skin conditions, and that's actually one of those things I want to get around to learning, to making, but I haven't yet. So there's that. Yeah. So next on the list, diaper rash. Let's talk diaper rash. Mud daubers, nests. And this is, and what I'm telling you is stuff that I've done, I've used, I've seen used. And I've read about some of this stuff too, but I'm not telling you just, oh, I just read it in a book. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you can do that. This is stuff that I've used personally or have seen used on people, directly. Mud daubers nests are good for diaper rash. Basically what you're going to do, did I say mud masons? Okay, they're also known as mud masons. I don't remember if I said that already or not, but mud masons, mud daubers, basically you're going to take the nest and an old pillowcase, just an old wore out thin pillowcase, and you're going to put the mud dauber's nests in that pillowcase and crush it up to a fine powder, and then just take that pillowcase with that mud dauber's dust, for lack of a better term, and you're just gonna pat it, just pat it wherever the diaper, where on the butt where the diaper rash is, and just enough of that will get through the cloth, um, and makes it go away. And the guy I heard about this from, this isn't something I read in a book. This is something I heard about, and I used it on my nephew, and I mean, I wouldn't have believed it, but what he said, that this is something from his grandma, um, and that's what she told him to do when their daughter. I guess she had it in a bad way when she was a baby. I mean, nothing was working. Prescription strength stuff wasn't working. I mean, there just wasn't anything working, nothing. And so, they tried that and it cleared it up. Just cleared it up. Uh, all right, how about y'all with some chapped lips? Chapped lips, you get chapped lips. I do a lot in the wintertime myself. Um, there's an old wives' tale about kissing the fifth rail on a pine fence. Well, there's some truth to it. Pine sap, basically go kiss a pine tree, or a raw piece of a pine tree that, you know, like where the bark's been cut off, so you can actually get to the wood and to the sap. And pine sap is good for chapped lips. Um, let's see. Yeah, that's about all I've got for the chapped lips part. So how about warts? Any of y'all got warts? Trying to get rid of them? All right, there's two things that I know of that there's an old wives' tale about, and this is one I've not used it this way, but I have used tannic acid, which is found in oak trees, acorns. You ever hear you have to process acorns, boil them in several changes of water to eat them? That's because of all the tannic acid that's in them. So basically, tannic acid for warts. All right. It kind of shows that there might have been a little truth to that stump water thing in the Tom Sawyer books. There might have been. Most of these old wives' tales, there's a little bit of truth. There's a little bit of truth and some superstition. I mean, there's a little bit of truth to it and probably a lot of superstition, but there is some validity to a lot of these. So that's good for warts. Milkweed sap. Y'all know what milkweed is. I mean, you can look up milkweed if you don't know. But the sap is also good for warts. And basically, and I've actually read where there's been studies done on using milkweed to treat certain types of skin cancer. Which, of course, that's not going to go anywhere, right? Because how in the world are they going to make money on milkweed? Milkweed grows in a hayfield. It's all a money thing. It's all a money thing. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They want to keep us just healthy enough we can be productive and afford to buy the medicine. To keep us just healthy enough to afford to buy the medicine, right? That's all they care about, these big pharmaceutical companies. I'm sure that there's people out there that, that are pharmacists. Well, I mean, my grandmother was a pharmacist, but, the people, the scientists in there in the lab trying to make stuff and study stuff, I'm sure a lot of them actually do care. But, the big pharma company, I mean, as a whole, the company doesn't care. They don't want you to be better. They want you to keep buying their product. They don't want you to be healthy. Let's see. One last one, I think. I think we got time for one more. Pink eye. If you got pink eye, now a lot of farmers used to, and some still do, um, take a handful of salt and throw it in their cow's eyes because cattle will get pink eye. I mean, pink eye is basically, that bacteria, gets in your eye. Cows lick their eyeballs, okay? So if one of them gets it, they're all going to get it pretty much if you don't put a stop to it right quick. Yeah, the cows will lick their eye. Always lick their nose, and or I've seen cows lick their eyes, but anyway, and oh, I love my cows. But anyway, actually, I'm really not big on cattle myself. I've worked them before, but I'm not a big cattle person. Uh, More for goats and goats and chickens, horses, them kinds of things. So anyway, pink eye. They throw rock salt in a cow's eye. All right, now that will hurt a lot. You ever get a grain of salt in your eye? Daggone, you feel like your eyeball, you just want to gouge it out. Hurts so bad. Um, it does. It don't feel good, that's for sure. Right? um, but basically, you can do something similar to that, but it hurts less. Okay. It'll still sting a little bit, but it'll get rid of it. And basically, you mix up some salt water and, like make a nice brine, boil it on the stove, boil it, add cotton balls, get the cotton balls all hot and steaming and soak in that salt water. And as soon as that cotton ball is cool enough that you can physically stand it on your skin, you lean back, close your eyes, and put the cotton ball right about there. Let that heat draw out the infection. Heat draws infection out. And then the salt will help dry it out, kill it. Like I said, some of that salt water is going to get in your eye and it is going to burn a little bit. But if it's either I put up with this for a day or so, or I just keep having pink eye and, can't get to a doctor. No doctor, no antibiotic, ointment drops, whatever. Antibiotic eye drops. You can't get that. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna do that. That's my reasoning in it anyway. So I think that's it for this video. I hope this was helpful. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Anybody has any remedies that they've tried that they, I want to hear ones that you tried, that worked for them or maybe didn't work for them. Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it, and I can, I'd love to get some of the word out or add something to my, to my knowledge, if anything. As always, go ahead and hit that, like button if you're not subscribed and you'd like to see, more content like this. Give the channel a look. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Till next time, this is Big Country with Big Country Survival, signing out. God bless.